Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about Super Bowl 58, and now we're going to be discussing the Kobe Bryant statue that was unveiled outside the Crypto.com arena. But before we do that, I just wanted to remind you guys that you like and follow the show. Also, we get a number of questions from the viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. That link is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show.
Okay, can I add one more thing before you start?
Yes.
For the audience, if you like this show and you're getting to know Nelson here, check out that GSMC basketball
Yeah,
podcast.
shout
Nelson
out
has
to
some
the
very unique
basketball
takes.
podcast. Yes.
12:30 to 2 every single day.
I love it. Getting that time in there. I like it. See, but he's saying 12:32. That's Eastern time. I'm over here thinking Greenwich Mean Time over here. It's 12:30 right now. So no matter what time
Alrighty.
zone, you're 12:30. You're in there already.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, a Kobe Bryant statue has been unveiled outside the Crypto.com arena. Kobe Bryant's legacy has been immortalized, this time outside the house that Kobe built. The statue commemorating the late Laker star was unveiled Thursday outside the Crypto.com arena, formerly the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Thursday held special significance for the unveiling of Bryant's statue, chosen in honor of the numerology associated with the date 2/8/24. Notably, the number 2 was a tribute to Gianna Bryant's jersey number, while Kobe himself had iconic associations with the number 8 and 24 during his career. Gianna and her father were among 9 people killed in a January 2020 helicopter crash in the mountains northwest of Los Angeles. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge the other people who passed away in the helicopter crash. We have Gianna Bryant, John Altobelli, Kiri Altobelli, Alyssa Altobelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Ara Zobanya. Zobanya, I believe. So.
Okay. You know something, you just did something that I have not seen anyone else do.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of times people don't even realize that there was a lot more people that passed during that time than just Kobe and Gigi. So I love that you did that. Now, we're talking about Kobe and his legacy, the fact that they're retiring this and doing the statue. Kobe and Magic, I've always had this battle in my head. Who is my favorite Laker? And they've always been neck and neck to me. I love Kobe. Kobe has just been awesome. And the tragedy of losing Kobe was just a shocker. And my 2 all-time favorite players have 2 of the most heartbreaking, heart-crushing moments for me in sports. I remember when Magic came and announced that he had HIV, and thinking that you were going to lose Magic, and then actually losing Kobe. So for me, those are my Mount Rushmore of most loved basketball players. I love the fact that someone thought about, hey, if we're going to bring a statue up, bring it and represent the whole Bryant family. Gigi's number 2, then 8 and 24. I thought that was amazing. So Kobe, the thing with Kobe's had this amazing career. And I know, I've watched Nelson's show a million times, so I understand where he ranks Kobe. I always have a battle between Kobe, Kareem, LeBron, and Jordan, as in who's the number 1 player of all time. That's in my eyes, that's my big 4. And you can put them in any kind of order you want. But when you look at what Kobe, his legacy, his basketball legacy, it's unquestioned. But Kobe's post-career, he had a lifetime in a very short period of time when he created the program where he kind of made his own little Shark Tank, helping out other investors in the area and investing in their businesses. I thought that was amazing. What he did with was it a not a was it an Emmy that he won with his production company? How he's helped mentor some of the great players in the NBA right now. His legacy is living on in so many of these players right now. I'm still in this one from you, Nelson, but I'm going to I would have brought it up as well, but I just heard you talking about this. How he changed LeBron and Dwayne Wade, and how they were talking about how watching Kobe practice and everything made it like his dedication to his craft is second to none. I admire that. Getting up, you talked about it, getting up at 3 o'clock, and then LeBron and Dwayne Wade seeing that, or watching a story of Richard Hamilton talking about how when Kobe was a high school player and how he was just there was another kid that was supposed to be better than Kobe and ranked higher than Kobe. And the night before, Kobe couldn't sleep because he couldn't wait to get out there. He was going to show who's the best guy. Or them Dwayne Wade talking about stories about Pau Gasol was Kobe's best friend, and they're playing. I think it was an Olympics or an international play, and how he told those guys he was going to run straight through Pau Gasol and blow him up on the court. It wasn't any best friends. He loved Pau Gasol, but he was going to put it all out on the line for his craft, being a hard worker. And for myself, one of the things is I've worked incredibly hard to reach where I've made it in life. And I always I try to put my all into it and always apply myself. And I always see people that they just do just enough, barely enough. And I look at Kobe, that Mamba mentality of really just always applying yourself. And that's what separates Kobe and a lot of other people from the average. And so I always love that. I absolutely love that they retired his number. I love that he now has numbers. This is true. He had two Hall of Fame careers with two different numbers. Nelson, I'm going to turn it over to you next.
Okay, so this is much more my field of expertise. But did you guys know that he's getting 2 more statues?
No, I did not
know. No.
Yeah, that's what they revealed that in the unveiling. He's getting 2 more statues. One of them with number 24, and the other one with Gigi in there as well.
Oh no, I didn't know that. Okay, this is the seed. So this is why we have the basketball guy on our show, because I didn't know that at all. Did you know that, Faith?
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what they were talking about when they were about to reveal this first one, because like this one is sort of symbolic of him like walking off of his 81-point game, because like he was pointing up in the sky. So that's one iconic moment. I think the second one is going to be a pose of him averaging when he dropped 60 in his final game. So like, cause Mamba out, cause that one was very iconic. So I think that's going to be the next pose. And then the other one is probably going to be like him when he was hugging Gigi. I think we've all seen that picture when Gigi was like very small, and like it's like Kobe looking down and hugging her and that. So I think it's a great inclusion to like include Gianna and with Kobe Bryant's legacy.
That's awesome. So okay. You've talked about this on your show, but not on our show. So talk about your feelings of Kobe. Where does he rank as far as your favorite players? What are your favorite moments?
All right. So Kobe was the entire reason why I even got into basketball. And I'm sure that could be said with a lot of people, but like he was the reason why I became like obsessed with the game of basketball. And like I know I'm usually a LeBron fan, but I'm not I'm a Kobe and a LeBron fan, but I'm not delusional. And like I know LeBron is like better, but Kobe is definitely up there. I got Kobe being I have him top 3, which is a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't agree with that whatsoever because my top 3 is LeBron, Michael Jordan, and then Kobe. But he's top 3.
Mine is crazy because I don't have Jordan in my top 3.
Huh?
Yes, that's right. We'll talk about that at a later date. One day I'll come on your show and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we need to talk about that because who, what, where? I've never heard of this. That's actually rolling. Honestly, unless if it's Kareem, then like yeah, I think that might make sense. But yeah, so again with like his mentality, it's like it's so inspirational. His story's so inspirational. Like the craft that he puts in everything that he does, like not just basketball, but he wrote a book. Like he wrote several books. Now that I think about it, I read the book Mamba Mentality, and with how detailed it was, like you can tell there would be nights where he would never sleep because he was just trying to figure out, how am I going to guard T-Mac? How am I going to guard Kevin Durant? All these types of things. And it's like, it makes you think that like he makes you think that you're doing things wrong. Like he makes you think that like, wow, especially like you mentioned LeBron and D Wade, like with Team USA. Like I covered this in my own podcast, but I'll do it again. But essentially, like when LeBron and D Wade, when they saw that Kobe was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning to work out and to put work in, and it amazed them so much that they needed to like they had to be part of that. Like they needed to show Kobe that like they're also dedicated to their craft, and they're also like, and that sort of it changed their whole perspective on how they worked out and how they thought the game worked, because it was like, Jesus, Kobe's waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, doing all these types of things, working out, and I'm sitting here sleeping. Like I should be in the gym with him, especially since they were on a mission. Like trying to bring back the gold to Team USA. They were called the Redeem Team for a reason, and like he makes you think that like you're going about life completely wrong. Like if you're not more dedicated than me, what are you doing?
See, and for a guy that starts his day at 3-4 in the morning every day, I understand this.
It's like, how does he sleep?
No, I'm just saying that's me. I start my day
sleep?
at 3-4. I don't sleep. I'm a vampire. I don't sleep. Jesus. Most times I'm at the office until 9-10 in the morning at night, sometimes later, and then I'm up by 3, 4. Like I've slept. If I'm up at 4, I've slept in. And Faith is the opposite.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Since starting this show, I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and so I am in bed by like 8. So I'm like big granny now.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult with me because like there's constant games going on right now, like with NBA basketball. So like with that in mind, it's like I gotta stay up, and I stayed up watching. I watched half of the Lakers game. I didn't watch the entirety of the Lakers game just because like I had to be up so early. But normally I would watch till the end. Just so I could like see the results, because I do recaps on my show, so like to get a better idea of like where the team should be going, like, and their projections and like things of that nature.
Now, Faith, how do you feel about the statue and everything of Kobe?
I think it's a nice tribute to honor him. I don't really watch basketball. I'm gonna try to get better about that, especially now that I work on a sports podcast.
That's one of her assignments, is to get a little into that basketball.
But for me, I remember I believe I was in class one day when that news got out that he had passed away, and campus was silent. Honestly, it was just like,
yeah.
It was insane that it happened. And honestly, I feel like that was just the start of a really terrible year, because that was when the pandemic happened as well. And so I think it's a great way to acknowledge Kobe Bryant and all that he has done. But also I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a tribute to the really crappy year we had too, honestly, in my opinion.
here's a weird thing about this. I had flown into Los Angeles. It was shortly after Kobe had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember there was a newspaper. It just was sitting on a table and I grabbed it. And I looked at the newspaper and it was about Kobe's passing. And there was an article about there was 5 cases of COVID that had been caught in the US.
Mm-hmm.
5. And you're kind of right. It did start this snowball of all this crazy stuff that happened that year.
Mm-hmm.
So an interesting take.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to say your sad goodbyes to our brother from another now over here, Mr. Nelson?
I mean, now is actually like, Jesus, it's 8 o'clock almost around here. So yeah, I guess it's goodbye for now. I mean, I'm going to be live at 12:30 again. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about the trade deadline, the results of the trade deadline, and I'm going to bring up the Kobe statue as well, along with the Lakers game that recently happened. I'm really upset that they lost in those jerseys. Very upset. And I'm sure Kobe's punching the air right now in heaven. Like, Jesus, these Lakers.
About the Mamba jerseys, they're black Mamba jerseys, which everyone loves.
The Mamba jersey.
Well.
Everyone got them in attendance, actually.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. So
yeah, they got number 8.
That's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate having you on. I love hearing your take on football as well. So
yeah, appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right, guys. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing food that is available in the U.S. but banned in other countries.